Hey everybody, this is Mike with Trail Life with Mike. We are out here in California, out by Banning. We are in San Bernardino National Forest, and this is Fire Route 4S01. We are heading up to Black Mountain Truck Trail, which unfortunately was closed due to seasonal weather. I guess they got snow up in the higher elevations, and they closed it to prevent road damage. So I did find another little offshoot, which I believe is called Haldecker Spur. I'm out here in my 2025 Toyota Land Cruiser, 1958 edition. Just seeing how everything goes out here. The road's a little washed out, nothing terrible, still accessible. I did have a lot of gear rattling around inside the vehicle. That's why I'm doing this voiceover. I didn't realize it, so I went to watch all the footage. I'm filming with a GoPro Hero 9. I know it's a little outdated, but it still gets the job done for what I need. And out in California, you are required to get a adventure pass. The daily fee is $5. You can buy it online. Or if you have the National Park Pass, the America the Beautiful, that also covers the price of the pass and everything out here. Unfortunately, I did not make it up to any snow, which I was kind of hoping I would, because driving through Palm Springs, you look up on the mountain and it's all snow covered. But it was still a good outing. Got to play on a little bit of rocks, get the Land Cruiser flexing a little. I just have the GoPro mounted on the windshield with the suction cup mount. I have a couple different mounts I have that I can use for the GoPro. I couldn't actually tell you the mileage I covered. I didn't even think about tracking any of that. I was hoping to get some good drone footage as well, but I did not charge it or anything, so that was dead. I couldn't play around with that. I did not go very prepared on this trip to film. If you are going to go do trails out in California, they do a lot of seasonal closures due to weather. It's just so that way the roads don't get damaged, people don't, slide off the mountain and whatnot. So do your research and make sure, the trails are open that you want to go explore, or just do like I did and go and hope for the best. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Just don't let that stop you from getting out and, exploring. Just play around. My GoPro did die on the way back out of this trail, and I did see a new minivan driving up here, so if that answers your question, if you need high clearance or not. Me personally, I'd recommend it. I wouldn't want to, through some of these washes, it was a little deeper than expected. But for the most part, it's a pretty decent road. And if anybody is wondering, the Land Cruiser ride's fantastic. It doesn't jostle you around or anything. I did have some camp gear out in the back, so my pots and pans were rattling around. I have my two dogs with me, Riley and Tucker. Tucker's in the back panting a lot, and It's not very good for videos. So hopefully I can get a microphone in the future, kind of isolate myself from everything else happening in the car. It's also a very windy, curvy road just to get to the trail. So plan on some slower traffic coming up. I came out on a Monday afternoon. Traffic wasn't bad. Just plan accordingly. If you've never been out in California towards Banning, it is actually between Los Angeles and Palm Springs. And if you haven't ever been to Palm Springs, it's very beautiful to go explore. You have Joshua Tree National Park. We camped there Saturday night into Sunday. Very beautiful. And even for, the first day of December, I believe it was around 50, 60 degrees out. Very, very pleasurable weather. And here the road randomly turns to asphalt from dirt for a little ways. I'm not exactly sure what that's all about. Kind of threw me off a little bit. And there, if I would have went to the right, that would have taken me right to the road, which you saw the gate was there. It was closed off for the season, so I turned left instead, and this is where we are now going down. This road's pretty washed out. I don't recommend anything that has less than 7-8 inches of ground clearance, just because it was pretty rough there. And this trail, it's not a hard trail. It's kind of narrow and it's just covered in trees. I thought it was beautiful, just getting outside, getting outdoors, exploring. Really all depends on what you're into. I'm hoping that to take a trip up to Moab, Utah, do some rock crawling with the Land Cruiser, see how it reacts with the rocks and everything up there. So if you guys have any suggestions on up around Moab, that'd be fantastic. Just shoot me a comment or something and I'll definitely go up there and record some footage. I'm not exactly sure. I'll have to take a measurement of how wide my Land Cruiser is. I do have some method wheels with some offset, so the tires stick out like 2.5 inches past the fender wells. I didn't rub on any of this except on the way out, and that was just operator error, trying to eat a snack and drive and got a little too close to the passenger side. And here I'm just checking the map. I didn't do any research on this trail whatsoever. I have no idea how far it is or anything like that. So I just stop a few times just to double check. I was using All Trails. I know that's a hiking app, but it also has some off-road driving on it. I'm also thinking about subscribing to Onyx. I heard a lot of good things about that. And I don't know. Let me know what you guys think if you use Onyx. I'm really thinking about pulling the trigger on the subscription. I'm just not sure if I want the premium or the elite. So right now I just use all free apps, Google, All Trails. Onyx does have that free version. But yeah, just kind of send me a comment or something. Let me know what you guys use, how you like it, the pros and cons of it maybe, or just send me something and I'll do a review on it. And one thing I didn't share with you guys, I installed our rooftop tent on top of the Land Cruiser. The Land Cruiser had I believe it was a factory like 3/4 rack that came on it when we bought it. And I just installed our rooftop tent on there. So that'll be fun to get out and explore and set that up and take some footage of that, show you guys around our camp setup we have. That, and we go camping with 2 dogs, if you guys are ever curious. They're 2 Australian Shepherd mixes. We rescued one, Tucker, he's the youngest. You guys will see their heads pop out the window here and some of the clips I added in. The Land Cruiser does have the downhill descent control. I did play around with that a little bit. It's definitely weird getting used to. Maybe if it was a longer downhill it'd be better to use, but I just prefer the brake pedal to control my speed. This trail isn't very steep or anything like that. It's mostly flat, windy, curvy. And here you can see it's getting a little narrow. I even keep a set of little clippers in the Land Cruiser just in case I gotta get out and just snip a couple branches, help keep the trail widened out a little bit for the next person. And the money that you would pay for your adventure pass out here, you can either do the daily pass or you can do I believe it's a monthly pass. That money goes towards helping preserve and update the national forest, such as like your picnic facilities, paying people to pick up trash and everything like that. It's just to help keep things operational so that way we can get out and enjoy spending time in it. And if you guys have any suggestions on video editing and adding things or, just editing overall, I'm more than happy to listen because I'm all new to this. I play it as I go. And here we're coming up on the end of the trail. I was actually hoping to keep going, but the trail got way too narrow. But I did happen to turn in here and find this big open campsite. As you can see, there is a gas grill in the fire ring. That is because California and Arizona, and I'm sure Utah, they all have certain seasons, certain times of the year where there's fire restrictions and you can't just go out and burn wood or charcoal. You can only use propane camp stoves to cook and everything. So somebody left a gas grill here and it's written on there, free to use. So, just help everyone stay safe and cut back on wildfires. Now here I'm just heading back out because I didn't want to go down through the real narrow areas and get a whole bunch of battle scars and scratches down the side of the Land Cruiser just yet. If I had to guess, I would guess around the 4.5 mile range to get all the way back and then turn around back out. Maybe 5 miles. The Land Cruiser also, the 1958 model, has a rear differential lock and a mid differential lock. The only thing that it doesn't have that the Land Cruiser edition has is the electronic front sway bar disconnect. But even still, without that, this one still flexes good. I don't lose traction. Overall, it does pretty well. Next time I definitely want to mount the GoPro on the outside. I didn't realize how much glare there would be off the windshield because I just had it mounted inside. So next time I'll mount it outside, maybe a couple different angles as I'm going down the trail. I definitely love the way this Land Cruiser looks. I think it just has a mean stance. And I did find a hidden winch mount from Rough Country, and it would mount just below the grill, and it looks really clean, really nice. So hopefully soon I'll be able to get that put on, and I'll show you guys the install. And there's the two pups. The brown one was Riley, the white one was Tucker. They're both super cute, both super adorable, very playful. And that's where I side scraped a little bush from eating a snack. Gotta be very careful eating snacks out on the trail. But it didn't leave any battle scars or anything, so that's a plus. And this is about the end of my footage here. So thank you for watching. And again, this is Trail Life with Mike. If you liked what you saw or you want to see more, just go ahead and follow and subscribe. Hit that likes button. And I appreciate you guys. See ya.